I'm going to yield to Senator Kennedy just in a second. What you said about that transaction, I don't think is accurate. But we'll have all day Thursday to talk about it. I'll yield to you just a second, Senator Kennedy. Demand justice. Remember, I don't know who they are. They're under the Arabella umbrella. I don't know if it's George. I don't know who gives them all this money. But every time I turn on the TV, they were trashing out Michelle Childs, who I was going to support for the Supreme Court. I don't know who funds Demand Justice. I don't know if it's a billionaire, a millionaire. I don't know if it's a bunch of poor people who want to give their money. I imagine it's somebody from the left with a lot of money wanting to make sure she didn't make it on the court. And Senator Cotton's dead right. I mean, you're trying to destroy Clarence Thomas like every time we turn around. And this court is made up of people that are center right. The days of having the court to do your bidding are over. They're going to rule, I think, in ways more consistent with what the court should be doing, and on occasion I disagree with them. The bottom line here, Ms. Chairman, you've decided for some reason to push us for subpoenas on a concept we think is unconstitutional. Whether we're right or not, we think that. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to get 60 votes to enforce this subpoena if you pass it on a party line vote like you did the underlying bill. So this is a choice you've made. And I am perplexed, given everything going on, why you chose to do this. But you have, to the detriment of this committee, to the detriment of the country, I think, because we're going to be talking about stuff rather than doing stuff. And I would like, if we could, to work on things that need to be dealt with, like out of control social media, a broken border. Senator White is right. We're going to give you a proposal. This is what, November of 2023? And we're just now getting around to having a serious discussion about securing the border? So I will yield to Senator Kennedy, but this is a very disappointing moment for me, and we'll see how it all plays out. Senator Kennedy.
Mr. Chairman, Senator Whitehouse, I just find this extraordinary. And I find the timing.
A fiery Senate exchange erupts as Senator Kennedy slams the push to subpoena Supreme Court figures, warns about a broken border, rising inflation, and global instability, and accuses political activists of trying to undermine the court. Watch the full breakdown of this intense hearing, the key arguments on both sides, and what it means for America's future.
I find the timing of this to be extraordinary. I think most of us can agree that America is this big, wide, open, free, sometimes dysfunctional, often imperfect, but always good country. And we all love it. But we're going through a rough patch. Inflation is gutting our people like a fish. People in my state have to sell blood plasma in order to go to the grocery store. The border is wide open. And that's under the jurisdiction of this committee. Now, I know some folks think that if you oppose illegal immigration, you are necessarily a racist. That's not the way the American people look at it. The American people support legal immigration, but they look at the southern border like their front door. Most Americans lock their front door at night. Not because they hate everybody on the outside, but because they love the people on the inside. And they want to know who's going into and coming out of their home. And I don't think that's unreasonable. We don't talk about it much anymore, but since the Affordable Care Act was passed, insurance premiums in America have tripled. We're not doing anything about it. We've always had people in America, unfortunately, who are too poor to be sick, but now many of those people are in the middle class because of our health care delivery system. We're going through a rough patch. Internationally, the world's on fire. The world's on fire in Eastern Europe. It's on fire in the Middle East. The embers are smoldering in the Indo-Pacific.
If you find this political breakdown interesting, please give me a thumbs up and as well, like and subscribe for more.